Okay guys, so this is the Fight and Fit foam roller series. We're now requesting all clients to complete by arriving 5 minutes if possible before their session, and just doing this to help improve their tissue quality before they actually move into their ramp warm-ups. So Mike's going to give you a quick demo. Normally we'd recommend about 10 rolls per area, back and forth, but Mike's obviously going to do 2 or 3 today, just so we can move through it a little bit quicker. So he's going to start with his lower leg, so to the outside of his shin bone. So in this case, it's his left leg he's rolling. That goes on the roller first. The opposite leg then goes on top. And all he's going to do is pop his hips up and roll the roller from his ankle up to the base of his knee, putting plenty of pressure down through into the roller so that it can actually massage the tissue. So once he's done a few on there, about 10 or so, we're going to move on. He'd then move up to above his knee and start focusing on his TFL and IT band area. So he puts his bottom leg on the roller, steps his top leg across for a bit of support, and then dropping his way into the roller, he's just going to do nice long rolls from just above the knee right up to the sort of hip bone, so he covers all the musculature and tendons and bands in that area there. So after about 10 rolls there, he's then going to roll forward so his chest faces the floor, still on the same leg. He's then going to roll the front of his quad, so adjust his position as you can see. So now the same area, so it's above the knee from the hip joint down to the top of the knee, but now he's doing the front part of his quad as opposed to the outside of the leg, okay? So now he's hitting the rectus femoris, vastus intermedialis, that sort of stuff. So once he's done about 10 rolls there, he's then going to angle the roller at 45 degrees away from him, and he's going to work the adductor, so the inside of his thigh. So you can see how the roller's angled away from him. And then from here, he's just going to work the inside of that thigh, up to the groin and down again to the top of the knee. Okay. Good job. Okay, so that's the first lower half. You then go over and repeat on the opposite leg in the exact same order. Next then, once he's done both legs, we're going to move on to the glutes. So he's going to start by sitting on the roller. The side he's going to roll, in this case his left cheek, he's going to pick his left leg up and fold his ankle on top of his right knee, okay? His left hand then comes down to the floor, so you can see he's sitting on his left glute, and all he's going to do then is, whilst the glute's on stretch, just roll back and forth, looking to find any knots and pay particular attention into any area that's overly tender. Okay, if he finds a tender spot, we just want to give it a bit more time, do some mini rolls, just really try and iron it out a little bit. There we go. So that's the glute. You then obviously do the opposite side. From there, then, he's going to move on to his upper back and T-spine area. So we skip the lower back. We want to keep that more stability based. So he's going to go to the sort of middle of his back, just beneath his shoulder blades. He's going to cross his arms so his right hand goes to his left shoulder and vice versa to help pull the shoulder blades apart. And then popping his hips up, he's just going to roll back and forth across the upper back area, staying away from the lower back, just to kind of attack any knots that might be there. After about 10 or so of those, he's going to drop his hips to the floor, keeping the roller just at the base of the shoulder blades. He's then going to bring his hands over his head, and he's going to arch back so his head drops towards the floor whilst keeping his bum down, just to get some thoracic extension, come back up. And he's going to do about 10 repetitions here of the T extension, like so. Okay, lovely. He's then going to move on to his lats. So what he's going to do is raise one hand up past his head. He's going to set it just beneath his armpit. And he's just going to, again, roll back and forth using his legs, up to the armpit, down to sort of the base of the rib cage, that sort of area there. Small rolls. Again, dropping his weight into the roller, trying to massage that area out a little bit there. Okay. That would obviously be both sides then as well. And then the last one he'd do would be his pec. So all he does, again, he angles the roller off at a slight angle. Turn it the other way, Mike. That's it, yeah. And all he's going to do is roll it across the front, his anterior deltoid, the front of his shoulder, down to his sternum. So he's hitting that pectoral / front of the shoulder area, which tends to be a little bit tight in most people. So again, 10 rolls back and forth there, same on the other side. And that completes the foam roller series.